Mama TERESIA CIOMBOROTHI to AKWALU was born in 1893 in Amudetu, Akidi location, Tigania West. She was the firstborn child of Mr. Tolichira and Mrs. Kinaiti Tolichira. Late Mama TERESIA was the loving wife of the late Mr. Simon to AKWALU, the loving sister of the late Toiweta Tolichira, late Ntuataya Tolichira, Ntoimalan Tolichira, late Nkio Tolichira, late Ntomombo Tolichira, and Ntomi Tolichira. She was the beloved mother of the late Elizabeth Rocky, late Romano Meme, Francisca Koroi, and Remas Bano. She was the mother-in-law to the late Joseph Tolibra, late Karei Meme, late Stephen Toidai, Mother Nkrote Banu, and Monica Nida Banu.
Uiro Norua Teresa, Padomiwa, Owa Teresa Shariwa Mwaka Wangi Uwe, Manana, Mirokenda Naidatu, Ture Yamudetu, Akide location, Tiania West, Nari Mwana Wangere, Ontulishira, Navaena Kinaiti. Teresa Nari Moina, Toyeta Tulishira, na Tuataya Tolishira, Toingala, na Nkio, na Mondi, na Mudoni Mucheke. Na ina wa Elizabeth Ngoki, na Romano Meme, Obondi Batutiete, Francisca Koroi, na Remu Banu. Na ina Mware, wa Joseph Tolibira, Nwa Wotutiete, na inanda kawa Karei Meme, na ina Mware wa Stephen Toidai, na inanda kawa Lote Banu na Monica Banu. Na yete ana mirongo kana tuyuyu bawe mirongo 3 na badatu. Nabo ni bakuma ke familia Ngoki, abo Kileni Mwilio, Maria, Yombo, Uranera, Rosana, Leticia, Consolata, Sara, Sofia na Lina. Bakuma kwa familia Romano naona Tieta Flora, Elina, Amela, Gilbert, George na Kimathi. Bakuma kwa familia Francisca na Tieta Michelina, Bahario, Joaquim, Leta Alexandra na Marieta Kinyanda. Bakuma kwa familia Mbanu na Tieta Munge, Kanaan, Kaimuri, Karei, Kibeji, Karebi, Nkadha, Kendi, Atweli, Mwonjiro, Yeine, na Ndana. Aina Toyoyo, Kyoyoyo. Hapa viate Kyoyoyo. Aina Kyoyoyo, mirongo 8 na bana. Na aina Shokolo. Hapa kijekelewa, eta wa Shokolo. Aina ba Shokolo ekonomi. Na tiete anabata nabawe ekulubata nabawe babainge na uni ndiyo umwe wabo nabo babainge nyabo.
The actual date of her birth is not known, but by pitching together information from the documented major events that took place during her time, it was possible to arrive at the year of her birth. For instance, when the Italian missionaries arrived in Tigania to build the Catholic Church, it was in early 1913, and by then she was a mature young woman who witnessed all the construction work that was going on. She has been describing to the family how construction materials were being delivered using rickshaws. Those days, young women at her age with the responsibility of taking care of farms at home could be at least 18 years old, which means by the time of her promotion to glory, she was at least 128 years old.
Tuewa ntuko yawe omwayo washiara umayagida mwanagua charwe Jumatatu kaa Jumaine itimenya tutekumenya endugu kulingana na manjo ya atwira ya karike itare yawe tujokete na nyuma mwaka tukuona achariwe mwaka yuriku na manjo ya moya yeta itare yawe yurikuria kanisa kana missionary beyere bakuma itale kwa kanisa ya mbere tiania uyu yari mwaka yokwa rwa 1913 na nä kuna arä mwarä å må nene mwarä å wä ta kå rä ma aä ta kå rä thia so i muntu wombä te aitangwä cia wewaruona bayaka kanisa into kä retawa nä athångå bakuma itale bayaka na rä u no mwangendre narä no mä aka 18 no tåmono mwarä atä kä rua wä ta ome eta kå rä ma wenga kana kå rä thia wenga atä kinyä te mä aka ä waringanä må tå kuona no mwangendre arä at least miaka era yande ethire aina 128 years old.
Hallelujah. Mama Teresa's mother died when she was a small child and she was left with her father, the late Simon AKWALU. Having grown up without motherly care, she had to mature up early in order to take up responsibilities such as taking care of cows and goats. By the time her father remarried, Mama Teresa was a big girl, able to take care of all household chores. Having been the only child in the family, Mama Teresa was very happy when her stepmother gave birth to two beautiful girls named Kyo and Mono. Unfortunately, the stepmother also passed away while the twins were little infants who could not be fed on solid foods. Those days, if a mother died with young breastfeeding babies, the mother used to be thrown away and the babies would be placed by her side and given the mother's breast to breastfeed on until the hyenas would come and eat them up. This was done in order to avoid pain or bad omen in the family. When Mama Teresa came to know of the plan to throw away her baby sisters, she strongly protested and said that if her step-sisters were to be given away to the hyenas, she would also kill herself and they all be eaten together. She insisted that she was mature enough to take care of her baby sisters, which she did until they became big girls. In fact, when AKWALU went to request for her hand in marriage, the first question Mama Teresa asked him was whether he was ready to marry a young woman with two children, and he agreed. Her two step-sisters moved in with her and her husband and stayed with them until they were old enough to be on their own.
Ina Teresa akuire Teresa kaikana kanini atua wenga atua nende baibo baile na nende nare kuimenyera we wate na ina rere be augere na kura mwekurungi kana rera aurere mwekurungi Teresa na awiretio muno kenda riu mwekuru urerwe mwe eya na twana twile twa matha Nkio na ng'ondu Teresa wĩrwo muno aikuona twana twile gũciarwa indu kwa bahati mbaya inumwe umwana kwa uonwe akwa wari ubwo twana tunini tuwonga tutigoma inya no buria keke mero itari twana twetipina ikwa kana katwa kanini kabataya na irwa rimwe no ntugwa andu bate atika wa bataya wa bukari wa imbiti na ndero akoro ino bagara ndi ara betera mwango kari wa imbiti so twana twende katwakawa Nkio na ng'ondu Teresa nwabera bukeyo twana tou na ninya woni kwijiura gututayanirie twile turi wimiti twile arembera au mwanga pare twana tura Teresa uande muntu munene ngatumenyera amenyera twana tou mwanga rira twakwana yire yete ku ya mura amurerie wo kaura mwari we twana twele amwira yegwete kebya kaura twana tu kakura na twana tu twele araba urabonde baita bakara nabo mwanga na bau bagura ana barachoka kidina bali ukura.
Mission Akwa, Teresa was left with 4 children and she refused to marry and instead moved from her husband's village in Uganda with her younger children and settled close to the Kenya Catholic Mission because she had always wanted to serve as Catholic missionary. Okay, I'll repeat. Missionary work. When her husband died in 1984, Mama Teresa was left with 4 young children and she refused to remarry and instead moved from her husband's village in Uganda with her young children and settled close to the Tigania Mission Tigania Catholic Mission because she had always wanted to serve as Catholic missionary. She got a lot of encouragement and support from Father John Deval from Italy and the father in charge of the Mission Center. Mama Teresa had a positive attitude on life, and whatever job was assigned to her, she would do it with enthusiasm and gratitude. As a missionary, she worked as a cleaner, messenger, and long-distance porter. Those days there were no post offices or courier services, and therefore she used to be sent to deliver letters and items such as sewing machines, other Catholic mission centers such as Meru Cathedral, which is 25 kilometers away, Mekindori Mission, which is 20 kilometers, and Amgenti in Egembe, which is 50 kilometers away. It was not an easy job for a woman, but she was determined to provide for her young children. In addition to being a staunch Catholic, she valued education and ensured that all her children went to school. She was, however, so protective of her firstborn daughter, Even though she was very bright in school, Mama Teresa refused her to go to a teacher's training college, arguing that there were no women teachers, but she was more afraid that her morals would be compromised and fail to become a good wife. A decision that Mama Teresa regretted throughout her life. Mama Teresa was a compassionate and forthright Christian of great faith and love for God. She always preached love and unity among her family members and the community. Even during her last days when she was frail, she would always remind everybody of the need to love one another and remain united. She had the spirit and determination to live happily, and this must have kept her that long. She had acquired a praying lifestyle which all her children had to follow, and is evident even today as all our children and some of the grandchildren have continued being devout Catholics.
Mwene Mama Teresa kanantu AKWALU akwire mwaka wa 2000 na kenda na miongo na katanyanya Teresa atuaina na bana na arabia kuwa ntayu mwene wa igwa kwa urawa ya kuwa arawa kamenyana ba wewe arazama raumana kwa mwene badia mudara ya kulia akwe na Catholic Church ira ona ya kwa mwana ya kulia au ngaluko itukuika kwenyara kana ukwira sieta wa Kenya chabatire ndo wagobiate ramanto ya kanisa muno yo byatumira dama na kwefata weta wa Joni Ivan wa kumaitale na mwete kanya ka kweli karinga na ka mwate tienya na kwa tumenda ngwecha kanisa muno nare na kwenda kutira Mungu we muno ngwera aranenkerwa na nitana we mwai ngwecia kutambia na chotomwa kuikia into na ibuike bena aikakia into nenkairwa barua azoga ganenkerwa charani ile ituma etosi kana kwa missionaries mission churches inge na ikakia katembu na mutindwa ogumeariwa ntubaiko kumaira na kipakene ahetande daika kilomita ile na ithano akaumau aiteria ngongone na uaita Mekindori kilomita 20 akaumau aetegende gutukwita wa Mwendi kilomita 5 akamatete machine ira aikakiano na rewe wanendete muno kunyana bawe batoma kiriana bawe bondo tuoti tomete na inyomwe wa mwari wari mukuru etawa Ngoki aye kuthoma na kuluga kendeta teaching college kana mwarimu neterwo ifadha rau arerwo mwana nete college arau are utia ari kubono abaka ubaru kutari na ari kubaga ningia soga wera ningi omba weta nao mitwire ya wega tukwa akare akwa mweguru ya mwanto yau Mama Teresa na ilire muno kinya mbere akwa na ilila kiwa wigite indarekere mwana ro wa mwari areta kutoma Mama Teresa imuntu no wendete manto ngai imuntu ekio na bombi chikwawe umaria ndetire kwa uni imuntu wara ya manto ya forthright atera kia wiki jake jai wira manto ka wira manto akwerekere kana muntu wara kioma na kinya ntuko ciawe cia mwisho kinya mwiri wawe wikumbwa piu ata ula wa ikuina augiraga ina muno rwimbo cia kugucia ciokeri Murungu ngatho na gwira ana bawe barombanire na uno kuona nyone ndiri ikiri ana bawe ibendete ya kuromba Murungu na baba ingi muno both Catholics.
Last days, Mama Treda lived a happy, healthy, prayerful, and peaceful life. Okay, last days, Mama Treda lived a happy, healthy, prayerful, and peaceful life, always grateful to God. She was always full of joy and concern over everybody's welfare, and she would always inquire about the family of her children. Mama Treda age increased, and even as her body started getting weak, her mind remained alert. Before she started losing her memory, she would just break into songs of praise and worship to God and marry the mother of Jesus in her room. In February 2021, she started losing her memory and getting weaker by the day. The family organized for full-time professional care services, which were provided by one Mr. Ezra Kobia and Cario until she was peacefully promoted to glory on 5th of July 2021 at around 12:30 p.m. at the age of 128 years. The family is grateful to Father Agapios for the spiritual support he offered to Mama Teresa. Members of Mwende Prayer House, PMC from Tigania, staff of St. John's Hospital, and members of the community, and our wider family members who took their time to visit Mama Teresa and keep her company from time to time. Mama, you lived a life of peace and love of humanity, and you taught us to always be there for those in need. May you rest in peace until we meet again.
Family yawe na uwete iwaya sana nini ndani binti wa nyuma mwezi wa I think mwezi wa tandatu inde temka muona na atara ya au girambira ambira bere ibo yae na choka ambira na gudombere so one mundu ende maromba so ne kinyawe na uwete iwaya kia babo nde to mungira oite ita na mapa mwati inya na bakaromba mama katukumbuka sana no aturire maisha ya wendani, maisha ya okiri na maisha ya kwenda antu bonde na no aturitanire wethira twinde tukimenyera bara bati bichumba no turano okiri eta bweya no rie bweya no kalira tukona
kenampa sara ndake muguruka. Have a seat. I want to give her a rest, just 1 minute. I pick somebody else to assist the other part. So, Sarah Ipega, Muruga Kukarimina Kupita Mantomega. Get tributes. On the side of tributes, I'll call upon Banu, the child of Teresa, but instead of Rema's Banu, I'll call the namesake yake Mwenda Murungi. Mwenda Somo, please come here.
This tribute is on behalf of our grandfather. On behalf of my sisters and brothers, late Elizabeth and Wilkie, late Romano Mehmed Simon, Francisca Nkoro, and myself, Remus Benu Simon, I'd like to thank God for giving my mother long life to stay with us. I'm proud of my mother for the way she struggled to bring us up after the death of my father, who died when I was a baby. She was our role model, and she taught us to believe in ourselves and not to give up in times of challenges. My mother worked so hard to make sure that we all went to school, even though she had no formal education. She was a prayerful woman who always reminded us to be God-fearing and to serve God's people. For those who knew my mother, she was a generous, straight-talking, no-nonsense woman who instilled a lot of discipline in us, and this has continued to enable us to be who we are today. Thank you, Mama. You will always remain very special to me. Even in your old age, you always inquired by me. I guess being the last born, she always thought that I was to be treated a baby. We will miss Mama, dearly, and we are happy that she is resting in the company of Mary, the Mother of Jesus. Rest in peace, Mama, until we meet again. Your loving son, Remus Brenda.
Kwa yende etawaremas Banu Simon ariwa lwamerete atomusia na ribo bancha babatea na orea ni Francisca Mkoloi na wewe ngwa na wendo chogeria Mungu mkatho sana nondu boba ina na bagadia na ina ikandione na gawa na ikumetie muno nondu ina na icomerie aresi ngumada mwanga abarera na bathoma na mwanga kinya kithete na ari ukwa katonere ya burandu bona muntu ati na muciari umwe nondu ina na itango ngwa sana na bamunyira au na baritanire undu baritanire muno ni bichete kya wongwa na bagaete kya ya onde barenda kugwevia utibo bombe kyo barema ina na wakire very hard bondo kwa mama na wakire very hard na make sure bonde baweta kukuru na bonde odio wote domete na bongi na baritanire kuromba nondu na ari murongo munene na no ka barika na kya eita yonde no mwanga yeye bakiromba na baikira munene na bonde kinya baba ichi na ari muntu wari kaza enene uteta kwawe wetote aria nondu no mwanga kana muntu ethira ena thina aromutethia una tumite ikomba inya bongo withira barituranĩria na antu ba community bubweya na kwa anakwira ina igweya sana nondu na muketia ai muntu wetomi muno itene ke maisha yawe muno ai mwana mbia o kwa iwari mwana mbia gota munyairo nondu kinyai mukorogo nethe na ina nwari mukorogo na kwe ya muri ya kuria kinya mbere akwa aliwa nondu kwa wethero kwa wendo kura muntu ethaira na goko mwana na bona kumakirina aliwa kamisi mamowe ndiale but na weretwe nondu nendire na urukite ke mungu wawe mwangarira batiri manaringi aimwira nakare kugoya ne ya mono we na yawe wengwa utwathoma wingi itetaurwa na Kimeru nondu tikakwenda tribute nene inde una inya enduo gethira akenthoma na Kimeru agiagwitha chonka giagwitha na kwenda kuwa waende kia kuwa na Kimeru ukai au endwa atachokere speech yote.
Sister together we shared John's word. We talked, we agreed and disagreed. Shared our hearts and joys. The older we grew, the stronger the bond between us became. I was always so proud to have you as my sister. We are always there to others, encourage and support me. Not even death can take away the memories we shared. Rest in peace, my loving sister, until we meet again.
Mama Teresa was a loving mother to me. From the time I got married to the family of Tulipira, after the passing of her daughter Elizabeth Ngoki, Mama Teresa was always referring to me as her own daughter. She would even call me Ngoki, which made me very comfortable. Whenever any of Ngoki's children was unwell, I used to go to her for advice. Her warmth and that of other members of her family made me feel like I was one of her own children. Whenever I used to visit her, she would say my daughter has come, and ask that I be given food to eat, and even take some home to the children. She made me feel special. She always used to preach unity and respect for one another among the members of her family. She was a true strong woman who cut a matriarchal figure of strength and resilience as she kept her family united. A great woman who brought up her family all alone, and even in her last days, continued to love everybody equally. May God rest her soul in eternal peace, even as she unites with her daughter in paradise. Jennifer Rebecca.
Thank you very much. Trying to attribute ya kumake daughters-in-law, Monica Banu, na Jotem Banu, na kathomwa ni Penina Meme,
from daughters-in-law. Mama, you are a blessed gift from God. God with so much beauty, grace, love, patience, and wisdom. You welcomed us to your family with much love, and indeed you touched our hearts in so many ways. Your strength and smile, even on dark days, made us realize we had an angel beside us. You always reminded us of the importance of an united family, and we will always honor your wishes. God gave us the best mother in true love, and we will greatly miss your wise counsel. Rest in peace, our dear mother in love. Monica and Kirote, daughters-in-law.
Thank you very much. Today, when this tribute ya kumakeba yoyo wonde, na nyo tribute ya yoyo wonde ikago mwane kilemi mwiria.
Goodbye, Yo-Yo. You are a true symbol of hard work, love, and resilience. Always happy, even in your last year on earth. When I was a young primary school kid, you would always be happy to have me spend the night in your house, where you would tell me many stories, mostly about hard work, honesty, and generosity. I am happy you lived so long and passed away so peacefully. You have been a great example to all of mankind. Rest in eternal peace. I'll go to the next. Lawrence Barrio, grandson. Mama, to me, was like my second mother. She was my mentor and provider from when I was very small. She imparted knowledge that prepared me to be who I am today. I used to go to her home to get food while in school, and in case I encountered any problem, she was always there for me. She always encouraged me to work hard and make a future for myself, and I will forever be grateful to her for the love and concern over me. I will miss her greatly, but I also know that she is much happier with the Lord watching over us until we meet again. Lawrence Barrio. This one is from Terebanu. Yetwa, as you always called me, the ones you spoke so wisely, I've never been clearer. All the lessons that you taught me have continued to be part of my life and will still remain with me. When I look at my daughter, Tiffany, I see your big ears, as we always joke with you. I will always laugh and miss you. Go well and rest in peace, Ntaku, Terebanu. This one is from Kadabanu. Shine on your way, Mudoniwa, till we meet again. Then from Christine Banu, granddaughter. The ones you spoke so wisely have never been so clear. All the lessons that you taught me still remain right here. Fare thee well, Grandma. Then from Karemi Kilemikun. Grandma, you are special in many ways. I will miss your jokes. May you rest in peace until we meet again. Then from Kaimuri, Banu, my grandma was a wonderful woman, one who never grew old. Her smile was made in sunshine, and her heart was solid gold, with immense love for our family. You are an inspiration of what true love means. Even though you are physically gone, your sweet smiles will remain in our brain, eyes, and your sweet voices will forever remain in our hearts. Fare thee well, sweetie grandma, Kaimuri. Okay, in very small print, I'll read this also from Sarah Ledira. Sarah Lera Mutia. You're passed on, but your legacy will live on. You taught us to love and always pray for and over us. You instilled great family values in us. Whenever I visited you or even spoke with you over the phone, you always reminded me that family is everything and to always be respectful. You are always kind, strong, and hardworking, beautiful inside out. Beyond your tough and sunshine in your smile, there was love in everything you did to make our lives worthwhile. You treated and valued all of us equally. Wherever you are, I know you are in a much better place. I'll be forever grateful and thankful that you are my grandmother. Your memory is my keepsake, with which I will never part. You are blessed with a long life, and we love every bit of it. I was so amazed by your longevity that I never at any moment thought that you would be living this life this soon. It took me by surprise when my sister-in-law, Dr. Sarah Kelemi, shared with us a video clip of our last visit with you 3 weeks before you departed. You asked her to tell us that you were grateful and asked us to pray for you. At that point, I knew your time had come, but I still prayed for you to hold on for a few more months so that I could come and say goodbye. But God answered my prayer in his own perfect way. Instead, he granted you rest that you are well deserved. Your memories will always live on with us. I will miss you, calling me Karimbini and spitting on my palm to bless me every time I visited you. Thank you for your sacrifices, your care and concern, your love and everything that you have done for me. I shall live to tell my son many beautiful stories about you. Instead of mourning, you will celebrate the long life and the beautiful life that you lived. Wherever you are, I know you are in a much better place, in glory land. God has you in his keeping, and I have you in my heart. You are love in my heart. I will eternally keep. You are now my guardian. You are now my guardian angel. Fly with the angels, my beautiful grandmother. Your loving granddaughter, Sarah Lera Mutia. One more? No? Okay. In brief, all of them are saying how loving she was hardworking. Na vendete nenda bonde bedra baranto sasawa na batoro murikana na mantera mega yote hapa kudairia urungo mutarimena ameka toa.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord again. Cannot hear. On behalf of the great grandchildren, I will say this. The loss of our great grandma is felt deeply to many here, even though she lived a full life. God must have given us great grandmothers to liven up our lives, to make our lives more complete, and to make us well-rounded and better human beings. She has played a big part in my childhood. I remember how Ngoko, like I called her, had a great memory even though she was old and would always be excited to see us, reminding Mwenda, Timothy and I of the last time we saw each other. We will surely miss her and appreciate the blessings she has bestowed on us. Rest in peace, Ngoko, and we all love you. Thank you. So I have, I will say this, so all in all, I've already said this. So this is from Karedi Kilemi. So I will say my first encounter. I remember how Juju had a great memory, even though she was old and would always be excited to see us, reminding Wenda and I of the last time we saw each other. We will surely miss her and appreciate the blessings she has bestowed on us. Rest in peace, Juju. Okay, and it's in Germany, so I will try. Okay, Schlaf, gut, Urf. Good, I can't say it. Okay, I'm not good in Germany, but I will try. Schlaf, gut, Urf. Schlaf, gut, Urf. Schlaf. Schlaf, gut, Urf. Agros, agroma, ich bin froh, dass ich dich kennengelernt habe, Michael Kohn, great grandson. That is in Germany. I'm not good in German, but I've tried. So,
I was left good, Imama Boyega, Mama Boyanga, that late grandmother, and then Bati Manaringi later on.
The first tribute is from Dr. Sarah Kilemi, granddaughter-in-law. My first encounter with Mana Teretha was when I had just gotten married to her grandson, and it was terrifying. She was forthright with her comments to the point of being intimidating, but as I came to know her well, I found her to be a very caring, God-fearing, and strong-willed woman with a funny sense of humor. She loved to challenge me to a wrestling contest, but I always chickened out. Even when I visited her 1 month before she left us, she squeezed my hand so strongly to emphasize the importance of the message she asked me to deliver. She told me to tell everybody that she's appreciative of their love and care, and she wanted them to remain united. Maana Teretha was a true testimony of the strength of a woman, and we will forever miss her. Rest in peace, even as you sing with angels, Sarah Kilemi, granddaughter-in-law. The very last tribute is from myself, and it reads as follows. My biggest regret is that I didn't get the opportunity to visit and say hello. I am here to say goodbye. Thank you for providing me with a wife from your lineage, and by extension, a son. You will live on through both your granddaughter Sarah and your great-grandson Boniface III. In that respect, you are immortal and will live forever. Goodbye, grandmother. Rest in peace.
Thank you very much. So this is Boniface, Mwene Sarah, Nani ni Sarah Kilemi, Mweko Kilemi.
Katu deke programu wangi, Sarah tatete sana daktari. And God bless you so much. Umuka betende kere parting speeches. And please, now take the shortest time possible. Take the shortest time possible. Nekienda tumatu ita arangi. Administration got a chief, Madi Wabroki, chief tafadhali. You know the protocol. If there is somebody who is senior than you, let us see him or her, and then from there you give a brief or 1 minute speech. Karibu.
Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Tumkumie Yesu Kristo. Mbele kabisa barida kama tanja Somalia Bruki, chifu Nchoro, na mbele bwana ada antoke kana ka kudia kibya kwa zanchifu ya arwa merari. Ina zanchifu arau tafadhali kama uko simama. Kuna chief around? Kama kuna chief asimame tafadhali. Natambua kwa chief Mwenda kutoka Ngaremara. Karibu sana, muda naona umeenda. Kuna ende ACC ama DC ama tafadhali. Nikuona batekwa mbere kabisa. Marietonda kwa mtaonjo Samaria Broki anjoke kanyaka notubanje kwa notubwa moile sub location anjaba location ya bamirete adirikada Kenya kwa jumla kuiranja ya Simon Twakwa Lopole ambire family ya Kilemwiri ya Pole mbire family ya Mbanu Pole mbire family ya Koroi Pole na mbire family ya Romano Pole mbere kambwe kuhusu mama Teresa imamo mukuru harari mfano mwega iratuinda tuigete aturitani ni mama Teresa iratuinda togomba mama Teresa harari mukuru lakini arendete Murungu akenda aroina barachira ni nabo enda atori enda nabawe ubira togurutani mamo ni wendo so na ngira kweka mwe harari Murungu urao tumite mwangari wale tuigire ara tukuona na tugiatuona matunda yake tende korokika mbuge. Kwa wale ambao ni wageni, mjisikie mko karibu mahali huko. Kama mjui, ningetaka kusema mahali huko kwa sababu ndio unaweza rudi ukose ulitoka area gani kwa mazizi. Tumekuwa huko Mwile sub location ambayo iko Nchoro location, Akete division of Tigania West sub county at Simiyu county. Kwa hivyo ningewaambia karibuni na niwaambie mama Teresa tulikuwa tumempenda, lakini Mungu akampenda zaidi na amweke mahali anaweka upendo wake. Nikimalizia, wacha niseme mambo ya security. Pia ningetaka kusema pole sasa chief wa Mwile hapo pale nje kwa sababu ya security, hatungeweza kuwa hapa ndani zote. Kwa hivyo mmesikia pole zake pia. Kwa hivyo mambo ya security iko tight na tutawachunga na Mungu ataendelea kuwachunga. Mnaporudi mahali mnatoka, Mungu awabariki. Asanteni sana. Karibuni tena.
Professions are not there.
Okay. Igual lakini kwa wale ndio wanapata siasa. So lakini unapenda kwa siasa kwa hapo kwenda ukatanya ya katanya.
Kukenda kwa mweni bali tuombe tuwatulie trekia. Kija kida ndi mwana siasa ndi diangalia ya family mama Teresa wea muchiari wa maimata mantu na kibatidio na britaneta mantu Kristo bwega ni kutige yangu singio Kristo na ile family yetu humanity na mama uri tekwa ending ya siasa kaka wunja bila kwenda kulio kuroku bwega mtu wa wendo ngodomba mantu kuliali mno ukulukira mama especially ala kupirikana no yere twana twele tukira wa tukanekanwa na tukarewe imiti aria nato narawa kaba kinya uninkwete ekyakwithana baba kariwe imiti wendo buu na muriere yu na ukira Murungu ibe bimwete nake mingi tuthome onto buu ikenda kinya batwe Murungu atuteithia tumbe kurie itarira ya ingurere wa buru pole ke actually te uikwenya kwetaria to pole kato celebrate no to kinya miaka era tubatare kuda tukiura kwa tukiteka na tukira Murungu bwega nonto miaka uni mingi muno aturabo mwetendene nte murwe panini ikitumba kingi sana mheshimiwa Kilemi bwega sana ngobenya we member family we kidrend edegedro yori edia kwa ni ofika mbicha ya mwekuru nanga wangaya kutalime sana na mama no tukoturetera family yu tukenda tu sawa tukenda tu na tongoria tukenda tu di Murungu anga wa Murungu auruke yoyo Bruna de nama yoyo Kristo brato ya watlete myake yoyo ndari wa kurikana nyati ro mukuru baba inge batia wa mukuru ba ukumira matu kudoba lakini arwamiro na arwamana na abarera na didi ya mugongo yuri ne heshima wende kinya mutori banuba iko diloketi kuma ira saidie na ide kulia dia nyuma kidogo na nenda bato ibi koi mutori okwa ni immediate neighbor na atujuka na ira Murungu abutarime sana
iko wake ni kugera wa kuma nara tajaiwa unimbere akwa tese of my friend Dr. Kilemi Mwiria urawe tatoba ingi munanjara kuarekere kere roaria ro tadoma ndaikwa awakioyo atenayo kiriana batebawe iro dra ya kuelewa historia ya Kilemi kwendera ke wata tona zote to awenjara ona hizo asifiwe na batu atuwere tu celebrate maisha ya na tureamo na familia mama CIOMBOROTHI na amana antupaka jai iwe family ndre ina kuibora kwendera kubora na family na bwana ro marungo kwa mami itaruri onda ponge batwe twarete tukwe siasa nyanda tuweta turea siasa lakini kumewaro tamudikilera tumbane endelea kwere kia tiere kwa Yesu asifiwe na mwile niko menya tukanjia kwa nabure kada mheshimiwa Dr. Kilemi Mwiria tumbo mchokie tena KMP endelea kwira kenda tomo legitimacy kana wete keka kiri chura tuba tiania toanya dirikari na kitu na nyamadhani Mungu abatariki
ya mtwache msikimadi POMC todo na kidi ana yuyo anakiyo atitakutika wundri anu kwa ndio Abraham na family mheshimiwa kaidi ya around by Mombasa but tunakwenda ofisi tidraina kaka tumakete ile mturamu wa mbinde kwa family tuko pamoja nanyi kino tuonde kwa Mungu kai kiyo raika kwa kitimu ngeka jana tuone jana ndio kama ingi leo ndio kitu ya baba tukama history kiyo private kare rangi kidi yake kwa ofisi ya siasa rombanile tuenda nani nikienda ndio mtapata kuna ibana tukadra kuno na ndo kana kuno tukakomena ruba kwa kwa Mungu mbele wicho kama mmetuomba yake watu tukwendete na karibu ndio na rengi na kitabu wale wote tunaruhusa na kuti mtu kwa mimi sababu tarehe kuna mfano ni God bless you thank you
so onda wa mama programu mero yonde bande bande patikana pesa ni babera Kenya lakini wengine Japan huko ndio dunia yonde so utakuwa na ibada nene na nana baba inge choyo bibi inge na budire mantara dunia ne mantara baya tulaje yawa tugeni ya diata kenda to eta next example yawa Mungu amweke antoa era bwana
from there we just go to the CWA chairperson on the Teresa na Arimwekoro na Arianekoro so can please CWA chairperson welcome
na ndechali de CWA tigani ya parish na muno mpumete ntureira familia Jojo Teresa amede amile wangu kankuga batwe ja kanisa je kuba kanisa katwe na kugwerua nonto Jojo na loete ndwa na umbana na kaugare tukubiwa kamwere ara imbonere ekirete ngwe murano ndamenya she is now a bride of Christ na ikionto ukuona tumwekirite bendera hiyo bendera tumemwekea hata wakati askari wanakufa wanawekewa bendera ya kikosi ndio hiyo bendera ya wamama wa Katoliki Diocese of Meru kuona ni heshima that she has fought and won. She's our heroine. Wete kiobwawe ni wete kiobutege challenge wa
na kupona taka na tukafikiria kwa tule kurani tukala idea kili majakara ro aliku ebele tigani 25 tukona wasista baba yetu kwa tule kwa twins and I was keen to know who are these Joshua the twins TERESIA because she was very close to the sisters and the fathers we don't know, maybe the one. So that one is from Italy, but that has come also because she's being prepared to be a saint. And the Maria Clara is holding two twin children. Kato kuliulia tukipika na tukiromba la TERESIA nitwaraturataga niirie nikenda tutagini muturengiri tutikariwa ni nyamu muntu history ya twana turia ni ati persistent barataraga twana tukiuragwa muntu ngina gukua tukatesha nikuya na ngina kenda turiwa ni mbiti. So what a simple is it? You can trust that she did a good job, and maybe the picture there is representing those children. Or is for those children. Katurombea nadi kwenye Mungu tumwambia bwaga ngambo ya mwisho na mambo ya mwisho, then tukenya katika photo session turungamana simama tutikike Mungu mbature ya mwenye mkuu Teresia na tunyitara kumana tukubwega mchigano irurito lakini tugetikije mu internet cyangwa ati tumuntu kwa Teresia wega ni kwa Mungu ure kenero era nati tukaomba kutimana na turomba tukireniki na turombero anakor tumuombe sana yakimya, tumuombe Mwenyezi Mungu aweze kumlaza mapema kuona. Teresia tulina wirigiro wa maati aliamwe na barakonta bakwite ndeni ya Kristo na akanyukanile nawe kukuyamulia tucho kiliangaza mtuwa itarikubile apana ingereta Teresia uturone mbubu wa miaka ya dhati idari mbibi niruwana waweka kwaku na kwatanira ya urende ya Kristo Mwathani wakia tugarukire no thikire maomba yetu. Igurira mũtungati ũyũ mũhinge ũcio ikenero na ũtũteithie tũtigi wĩtĩkio mwankarĩra twinde tũgacemania thĩinĩ ya Kristo kenda tũkethera tũrĩ na ũrũmwe na mwana wa baba ũyũ wetu Kenya. Twaroma yao na Yesu Kristo Mwathani nyakare na Mungu mwene nyamuthani wa kweli ithe utana na mke tute na mbere ukino kadri tuna Mungu ngwana na tuna misa ikuthira Mungu wetu mwaka waria sasa MC anaitwa
ni kweka
dakika moja. Program kabisa nyingine ilisha. Father, please, tunapata kwa picha ya photo session the priest. Alafu picha ya kwanza. Na sio ni kama ndio anatetea. So kwa hiyo baadaye ni pale.
Davian. Ingia kwa zile gari tulikuwa tuelekee nyumbani tafadhali. Ni pazuri na najua nawe ndugu yangu unayo hamu kufika huko. Wetu pazuri nimeshapa kuvuka. Ninayo hamu kuishi na Mwokozi wangu. Kwa amani na furaha tena ya ajabu. Sipati picha kwa watacho.
Hayo mko serious wala?
Wetu pazuri nimeshapa kuvuka. Ninayo hamu kuishi na Mwokozi wangu. Kwa amani na furaha tena ya ajabu. Sipati picha mawatacho. Unaochoma imani yangu, Bwana naomba unisaidie. Siku za mwisho ni nyakati hizi, wenye imani wamewekwa kati. Imani yao ijaribiwe, Bwana naomba unisaidie. Vumilia roho yangu, majaribu ni kama moto unaochoma imani yangu. Bwana naomba unisaidie. Please, stand peleka pale ile peleka pale tafadhali. Where is the stand? Right, is there. Thank you so much. Daktari, mama daktari grande o kilometer tafadhali. Mpeni ruo kidogo. Pendiere yao. Ndizi nyingine tena hapa katikati na wale wako mwisho pale. We are going to use that table at the door. The something we made near the gate. Tafadhali. So, tumwambie Bwana ondeu. Na ndio natoka ni moto ya na laini kuzeka mkabu family. Neni bao ite please kwa gombe kaburu kwa mwendo kwa ami. Kila murungu. Kenya pere ni bete pare ya. Wenta ni kwa nini kwa tungere mno. Lakini wa meru kwa wengi 99.9% ya media kana siku meru. So ipo asante. Muga andoa meru mugarenge.
Naambiwa tuende mbele. Sasa tufanye nini jamani? Sasa mimi ndio huyu. Nasema MC mwenzangu alipotea, ni ndugu yangu. Ai, nakwambia mbinguni kuna raha na hivi ndio kutakavyokuwa. Ukiangalia Shushu akicheza ni hivyo. Na niko na miaka 85 years na si mnaniona. Wacha nipinduke, si mnaniona? Hey. Na mimi ni mweupe. Yesu anaweza. Ujisikie muko nyumbani na mukue na raha jamani, na uwe wa kwanza MC. Unajua sisi tunafanya kazi kubwa sana. Mimi na ndugu
wena toyoyona chio na tukulu antu bakinya 33 that's a big number, lakini Murungu mutethia akethia na miaka 128 naona the century nya ambutalere naona the century ya 18th century naona the century ya 19th century naona the 20th century na yetu ni 21st. So mwega unariete miaka mingi miaka ule achero na 18th century no ndo 1893 ewo ameona bokai 1900 ameona boya ndo yoma jawe, so she lived 1900 boya kabisa ewo ameona dhiria 2000 kinya to karne ingine the 21st century, so she has lived for 4 centuries. Baba inge beto wengine wataishi 1 2 kisha baadaye that will be the end of them in this world. So we thank God because our grandmother, our great grandmother, our great grandmother, and our mother to a few has been with us. They told the Madonna Yawe, we have seen great actions kana matendo na tukurike bwega na turete bwega kwenye bamwambira babari ya iyo boya rare o abarumidoro kire abakire kega. I think we have learned a lot from our great grand and our grandmother.
Maombi tuibariki, alafu ndio mwili utakuja sasa tuweze kuteremsha. So naomba hata ikiwa kuna chakula usije ukatupa.
Baada ya watu atabia kura please yani kwa watu atabia kura tuikae kana bage bende kura tukiromba na tuendelee tupige manto kuthika
ya mama tena ukiri kwa Kristo mwathani aromo thagana methenia na ba Murungu kugikenero turi na wirigiro kwa uturo bwa Kenya, lekeni tumutetherie na maromba, lekeni turombe mwathani kinyani untu bwetu twingwa twibara twatigwa turogwatithanio ntuku imwe na mukristo ujo nikenda twithe amwe tugacemania na Kristo Yesu riria we uria uri uturo bwetu akeja na ukunyo. Tabariki kaburi mahali ambapo sasa anaenda kulazwa mwathani Yesu Kristo na njira ya ntuku ile ithatu wakarire mbirirene ni waetherie mbirira ciothe cia baraba gwitikagia ithure ona kinya kethira mĩĩrĩ yao nĩ mamaga mũthetune bari na wĩtĩkio atĩ otagwe kinya bakariũka kairi nenkera mũkristo ũyũ wetu inoka rĩa wiganio mbĩrĩre-inĩ ĩnjĩ mwanka ntuku ĩrĩa gwĩriũka na ũtũro ũkamũriũkia ũkumione bwaku mwathani Yesu mũteithie one weru bwa kĩao gĩaku ũnenene kũrĩa ũtũraga Kenya na Kenya.
Imejaa shida kama hujui nenda hospitali kao.
Naomba sasa wale wanabeba jeneza wanaweza kutuletea kwa kerehe jua.
Lakini kwetu hakuna fani ya tabibu, watakatifu watachuma majani ya mti wa uzima, wawe na afya hawataugua magonjwa tabu zote hapa duniani. Kwetu pazuri nimeshapakumbuka, ninayo hamu kuishi
ni Murungu mwene kia wa gwika mukristo uyu wetu Teresia kumauduro na kubu etakiriwe turinga mwiri wa muthetune kura gwaugire Kristo niwe wari wa mbere kuriuka kuma kiriaku na nĩ twĩnja atĩ akariũkia mĩĩrĩ yetu thĩkwie mbere jwawe ũkumiona turĩka mũkristo ũyũ wetu njara-inĩ cia Mwathani Murungu aromuthagana wiganio ni bwawe na ariukie mwiri wawe ntuku ya muthia twaromba yonthe na Yesu Kristo mwathani wetu. Katika safari ya kwenda mbinguni tembea na Yesu. Katika safari ya kwenda mbinguni tembea na Bwana Yesu. Tupigapo kule tutamwona Baba. Tembea na Bwana Yesu. Tembea na Bwana Yesu. Ingawa usiku, ingawa mchana, tembea na Bwana Yesu. Tutakaa milele, tembea na Bwana Yesu. Maria, oyorane kuka mwathani ari nawe, ori umutharime kiri akakonde, na Yesu isharare yaku mumutharime. Maria mukembu na Murungu uturokaire tueia nande na
Tuendeshiko please, lakini kwenja tuendeshiko, tuendine shiko. Tuendine shiko kemwe.
Na mwathani akuriukia ntuku ya muthia tura na thiri. Kuna wale nimesikia alisema waanze
kwanza,
wale ambao waliambiwa waanze tumira kameme ubere ubura ugite bo bakakwenda
ni bwega badua kiato ne Dr. Glenn mama kwela mama kwa ni bwega elemi yani ngirobati yo
sawa gutezi na bako
gera sawa Deni bank badia familia ile kuma.
Nande family amberia ni
kugera. Family members bank iko nao follow.
Bro le akue.
Family members tufuate wale wengine tafadhali. Wewe ndio unachoka.
Turugore ni family njira kidogo.
Ngoja kwa mno. Ndo maua. Wewe na wajo kampara. Na tena mwadi please. Mweninya. Nani mama raware? Ele rawa murina.
Murete mpara ni morongi no.
Sister.
Iba muthoni. Muchokie ni akarende.
Muchokie akarende onao kari. Family members please tueleni ende kitu hicho kaitine. Twabwete itarama wa ende kumau.
Muthoni yo no tukura rimbi tenere.
Big down then the necessary please. Wewe yangu tafadhali. When you go and sit somewhere.
Wewe. Ni.
Wewe. Ana wamenyero tafadhali. Wewe mtu wacho karo kali. Okay, na maia. Wewe mtu ngwa. Wapena basi. Naona ambao wana nguvu washikilie.
Yokia mudatu, yokia.
Wapena nguvu tafadhali.
Afadhali. Kila mtoto atoa.
Wewe, kuregesha mtoto
tafadhali. Watika kinyangwe.
Wewe akinisha unarudi tafadhali. Give way. After doing the necessary tafadhali.
Grande,
Watikia magerione no tweberio thuku aca ningukethia Maria kogua Mwathani ari nawe wore umutharime kiria kabonze na Yesu iciara ndaku numutharime Maria mukembu ina Murungu turombaire tueia nande na kaita ukweto acia arokumagwa ige moyo mukembu nande na maita ndeya kiriwe ndinare mweya undagane na rwendo rwagana ndiwaiterie kuwe goro guthuthurane agikaro ndiwaiterie kuwe goro guthuthurane agikaro Yesu nikuthokia baba wakwa itundagana haleluya tukawirwa matu gakena unene bwa iguru tukiewa unene bwa iguru tukiewa kuishina milele endawe tu TERESIA twakuombea kwa Mungu Maria moyone kugwa Mwathani ari nawe wore umutharime kiria kabonze na Yesu iciara ndaku numutharime Maria mukembu ina Murungu turombaire tueia nande na kaita ukwe Oya Murungu atonekana kethima kia uturo gukithira ona mwangi wa utu atiarendana naweana ni yaku muwanja kaya kaithe koneka ya uria wacietirie na utumire uthurikane ndwaria iria ikamba nawe rumwaku tumurikire twaganie ngoro na rwendano na mbere yetu iri utuyumirie
Nana tusaidiane.
Heri kweli, heri kweli raha ni pendo lako, ewe mpenzi mwenye utamu mwingi. Ni mapendo ya moyo wangu. mbarikiwa kuliko wanawake wote, na Yesu mzao wa tumbo lako.
Tusaidiane wazee, wale wengine.
Maria mtakatifu, mama wa Mungu, tuombee sisi wakosefu, sasa na saa ya kufa kwetu. Amina. Kristo Baba na Mwana na Roho Mtakatifu.
Mmoja ndio kijana. Turusha pale.
Turombeni. Mwathani Murungu magita jonthe nuthikagiria maromba yetu na kiao tukuthithia maromba ya mathiko ya mukristo uju wetu Teresia na nandi nitukuria na winyia umunenkeretu riria uthuranirite ni untu bwa athure baku bonthe twaromba ya yothe riitwa na Jesu Kristo mwathani wetu.
Msalaba reko waterekere. Daktari, endelea na hiyo program tulikuwa nayo. Daktari Sara, take over from there. I go sister Teresia, Mondoni. Ngada wataliwa na tata bwekire. Watinyo kwa. Mwanzo mega. Ekeri hotelea au bokonwa. Ando ambija tutengwe una bwa haraka. Ati na mbere. Wewe ina maana nini? Tata. Na ekeri hakwenda. Na ekeri jana kwa ndo kwenda. Kwa tata, thank you so much. God bless you tata. I correct Ramas na family. Saika diata na family. Saika leo? Family Saika tafadhali kujeni hapa kwa hiyo.
Uko sawa?
Family Saika tafadhali karibu kama nani?
Uko sawa hapo?
Romano meme na family. Romano meme na family. Saika family ndio na mkorona. Yes, kuna kidogo. Next.
Nani mwingine aitwe? Brother Gogo kita unge nani? Buroki.
Yes.
Natakiwa kuwa naita mwingine. Hao wameshamaliza na hakuna mwingine.
Kelemi Mwiria daktari, mheshimiwa. Kelemi Mwiria. Waweka ume na baba kwa. Waweka ume ndo mwana kwa.
Mwingine afanye. Ita mwingine afanye.
Tuanera leo afadhali ni family. Wewe tuanera ni family. Na hapa kuna mama wawili amebaki. Sara kwa net that. Wait, what are you doing? Sawa. Big one. Here, very fast. Yes, next. Kuna mwingine tujaweka. Para bangi shikima na maua. Inya uri banda ndio mpekere. Yotu kuwekele tafadhali. Kila gongati wa. Mbona wewe private?
Nkere no kare Kenya na Kenya. Nyano kena wega. Mwathani munenkere no kare Kenya na Kenya. Nyano kena wega. Mwathani munenkere no kare Kenya na Kenya. Nyano kena wega. Mwathani ni akare nagwe Murungu mwene inya no buthari mabwinde ithe mutano na mukembu twete na mbere ukumira ukathire tura Murungu tukurikia kuringiria mukristo uju wetu Teresia ni nkatho kiri Murungu sawa na
wega twigirima wanene bara bangi twigirima twinde
sipati picha kwa watacho fika kwetu mbinguni kwetu pazuri nimeshapakumbuka inayo hamu kuishi na Mwokozi wangu kwa mali na furaha tena ya ajabu sipati picha kwa watacho fika kwetu mbinguni.
Nitukua ni bwea no ntubwa kiathoki au gikinyite na tukira Murungu mutumbi bwea muno no ntubwa twikira yuyu atukaria mwaka au atukinyitie
kwe baba inge bataombo kinyau be yaba eta nini anto bakarira munono tumuntu aweto mwethe nambi igwa reto tena kurira lakini ona tukiwa tutena kurira kureo no tu moida yara to ya teo no to go ka bucho keria kado withe araba tumire kiado kikyo bako to reality na tikamete ya kubano na mebango donde ikwe chokere to kado mno batiri na batiri bonde baraba eretie kutua tambaru na kufanikisha kiado ke. We say thank you so much. Family members, barabonde ba gerikeke ko to te saidi. Asante sana. Community ya area with them we go for no chief wetu atobonde ba politics baraba okuri around. We appreciate you so much that inya botera ya politics no to kwa maniko and we appreciate you as leaders. Kebwera ibo ya muno kinyo to bonge boya kutuchwe twabweta na twabweta inyarenge ona atwe ona agwe no butwete age so temu itroyo manto nyada ito kwa vote of thanks the vote of thanks is weta tora to kwena na original rege chia the bibingi for that simple once I say thank you so much. God bless you.
I thank each and every person, all the young people of all walks of life from different parts of this republic, and even those who come from other countries that outside our republic. So Murunga Bugarime,
Ebuna Tuobe, Atukolomba. Murungu Baba, Murungu Motana, Murungu Kirubo Deru, Babo, Mega, Tiberugo, Liki, Teo Kayaka, Manina, Nitoraku, Montoribu, Notu, Wana Yawe, Babo, Quedianati, Tokona Mugani, Gonden, Amanka, Kato Keta Wega, Itura Kurombe, the Manina to Apela Kiadoki, Keta Wato Kayaka, Itu Tokayanene, Notorikai. Baba kila banatoa nitenende kuna wale Mungu wa mbinguni watatembea na magari. Baba wetu naomba katembee na wao katika jina la Yesu Kristo. Mungu wa mbinguni nakataa laana na mikosi yote ya barabara. Ninaomba Mungu wa mbinguni ukawaongoze salama salamini. Na leo baba kinyanja cioto tokaria kado no tuli Murungu ingweta kiutati na irundu ya methemba yothe marundu aya ikakwa ruindo yatangeja tujene iko yale iko yondokera iko ya utanjirene yo na baku bakinye mikio wega yora baba twambiriria wega mwathani baba nkora banonto batongoria mwathani batongora thirikari baba nkora banonto bwa MCA baba banonto bakinya MP baba banonto bangabana mwathani baba banonto bakinya mwathani ma president thirikari yetu iranga ibabe karitie ndi komika jarene ciaku baba ibwega mwathani nonto ni waya na akirira kabae kirire kira na nikenda ndi yetu ya karabwega mwathani atubakuba kale na thiri Dama mabetikie Mungu wa mbinguni utakaa pamoja nasi na ni katika jina takatifu mwana wa Mungu aliye hai tunaomba na kuamini.
Amen.